Now, here's some research. You're either going to say, that's a load of codswallop, or you're going to nod along with and go, yeah, that's what's happening in our house. 42% of couples in the UK admit the spark in their relationship has dwindled. And almost half of those who were surveyed said they're in a relationship, but the stresses of the last couple of years have negatively impacted it. And a third say a lack of quality time together is a major issue. There could be a way to rectify this, and perhaps a little bit predictably, it's via the stomach. Well, that's how it works for me anyway. Anna Williamson, you'll have seen on Celebs Go Dating on the TV, and is a relationships expert and may have a solution to this. Do you not, Anna?
I do, Pat. It's so nice talking to you today. And Pat, best name in the world. Just saying.
Thank you.
Just saying.
Thank you very much. We did have a conversation off air where Anna said that, and I asked her to put it in again. So I'm really very glad that she did. So our relationships got off to a great start.
Yeah, exactly. I'll say if we were married, Pat, we would be solid as a rock. But no, you're absolutely right. And I think why I'm so happy. I've teamed up with Sainsbury's and their Inspired to Cook range, which is fabulous, because let's be honest, we all do need a little bit of inspiration, I think, not just in the kitchen, but in our relationships. And this is why we are the perfect marriage for this. And I'm really excited because we're launching today the Couples Cooking Counselling, with Sainsbury's. And it's basically bringing coaching together. So really identifying what is going on with relationships at the moment. Why perhaps has the spark gone? Has the spark gone? What challenges your relationship might be facing? And one of the best ways I find with my clients to start to really bring that communication back and get that passion back into a relationship is having a shared goal, is doing an activity. And one of the cheapest, most fun, most easy ways logistically of doing that is by cooking. I think a lot of us get a bit jaded with cooking, a bit boring. I mean, if you're anything like me in my household, certainly before I discovered Inspired to Cook, which I'm not even just saying this is incredible. We did the katsu curry the other night and it's so good. We were pretty much on a rotation of 3 dishes, which were pretty boring. And I think a lot of people do identify with that. And it's a pretty solitary thing as well, cooking. But when you get together with your partner, actually, a lot of magic can happen in that kitchen. Not only do you work together on a shared goal, i.e. cooking that meal, you're learning how to communicate better. You're working as a team. It's a great way to be slightly distracted from what might be going on in your relationship, to actually use that as an opportunity to air any concerns you might have. And the distraction of doing the cooking actually is a really good way of being able to work through any of those issues without it being so stilted, in a kind of sitting face-to-face situation. So yeah, for me, relationships have taken a bit of a battering since the pandemic. A lot of people are feeling jaded, and actually, 70% of people wish that their partner would surprise them with a home-cooked meal. That's what our research said. So
well, there we are. Something people can do tonight for their other halves. And listening to this now, get down the shops before you go home. But I can see, as a couple, having an activity to do together, Anna, is obviously better than slumping on the sofa in front of the telly, Netflix, whatever it might be, night after night after night. But I worry, is it a little bit like a couple driving somewhere together, one doing the map and the navigation and giving the other the directions? We know how rows can break out in these situations, especially if it's abroad. Getting round the kitchen hob together and the chopping board. This is a similar, potentially stressful scenario, isn't it?
I mean, potentially so, but this is the beauty of it. This is where you can actually go, right, we have to accomplish something. This is team building, and this is what every relationship is about. Okay, your partner's not your enemy, they're your friend. Okay, that's why you got together in the first place, you'd hope. So actually, by being in the kitchen and working out, right, how are we going to do this? What would you like to do? What shall I do? What are my strengths in the kitchen? What are your strengths in the kitchen? Who's going to do what separately, and who's going to do things, what we're going to do together as a couple. And that's actually what a successful relationship is, an interdependent couple. Things that you do separately as an individual, so you feel empowered, but equally the things you do together, the inter side of things. So actually cooking is such an amazing representation of a relationship. And the thing is, if you're going to cook something that's nice, something that's yummy, I mean, the Inspired to Cook range, trust me, there are 200 ingredients in there. There are so many amazing meals. It'll be hard to get something to make you bigger. But the good thing about with this as well, Pat, is that I'm going to be there for a select bunch of folks that want to sign up for it. We're doing couples cooking counselling. Okay, so I will be joining on Zoom with couples that sign up for it, and helping them through any challenges in their relationship whilst they're cooking. So at the end of that session, I'm hoping to have a much happier couple with a yummy meal.
Fantastic. Couldn't be in better hands in that sense then. So get chopping and get broiling is a message to take away from that. I mean, you've done quite a lot on this in terms of counselling and relationship issues. People will know you from Celebs Go Dating on the telly, Anna, which I didn't realise. I only came to it in the most recent series, the one with Ulrika Johnson. It's actually quite strict, isn't it, with the rules that there are about when these people go into the house and you're supposed to see how well they get on. It's not as titillating as, say, Love Island tries to be on the other side. There's a genuine connection trying to be found for people, and it's all taken really seriously, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know if the show was designed like that initially, but when myself and my colleague Paul C. Brunson, who we're both the host of the show, when we came on board in 2018, we've just now done series 10. We very much brought our skill set to the show and said to the team around it, said, look, we are serious. We do this. We help people off the telly. So let us help them for real on the telly. And every credit to the showmakers at Celebs Go Dating. They were like, yeah, absolutely. It's all about authenticity. Paul and I aren't there, for the sake of it. There's no script. There's no nothing like that. We are the real deal. So when the celebrities come on the show now, they come into the agency. I think the word has now got out is that, you know what, this isn't a reality show. We are going to unpack you. We are going to unpack your life. And if you want to play ball, you will leave your time in the agency and on the show a lot happier and hopefully a lot more successful in love.
Because you and Paul are described as dating agents. And for those who haven't seen it, can you just describe what your role is and how you work with the people who go on there looking for a relationship?
Yeah, so it's a celebrity dating agency. And so Paul and I are at the helm of that. So we are there along with Tom Reed-Wilson, who everybody adores as well. And so Paul and I are there to work out what is going wrong normally with our celebrities' love lives, where they might need some help in other areas of their life in order to help enhance their relationship. And we then have our little black books of people that want to date a celebrity. So we will, along with the production team, we will match up the general public with our celebrity clients to see who might be a good match. Perhaps we put some people in that might test them a little bit. And that's the thing. It's all about expanding their skill set. And so Paul and I are very much the puppet masters, basically.
I like that term. It wouldn't sound as nice going into the show if that's how you were defined on screen, puppet master.
No, Anna Williamson. That sounds a bit sinister, actually. I mean, in all, it does a bit. But I would say in all worthy, genuine aspects of that term.
Anna, good luck with the project with Sainsbury's. It sounds interesting and very useful to a lot of people. And thanks for coming on BBC Radio Solent. Great to talk to you.
Really good. Thank you so much, Pat.